EBS TV.
Good morning and welcome to Issues and Answers. I'm Josephine Ehimihe. This morning we'll be looking at market associations. Recently we find out that the cost of living is on the high side, and when you go to the market, when you visit, you want to buy things, you take like 10,000 naira to the market. Coming back home, it looks as if you just bought something of like 100 naira. And we'll find out a lot of things are, a lot of factors contributed to this increase, apart from insecurity, farmers not being able to go to farms to do their work, and transportation inclusive. Find that associations, market associations, contribute to this increase in the prices of food items. This one we'll be looking at it. What are the causes of market association? Is it healthy for our society? What can the government do to ensure that these associations are controlled so they will not go overboard in their dealings? We'll be looking at it this morning. We're expecting the President Traders Welfare Union, Lok Rukwe. We're expecting him. But for the meantime, it's women affair, because a lot of women go to the market. We find few men in the market, but most of us women, we are always there. And the price sometimes is always on us, and we don't know what to do. But some women here this morning will be looking at market associations and the effects in our society. We have a marriage counselor, Pastor Restructuring. Once again, she's with us on this topic. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right.
Yeah.
And we have a student, and she's a working class woman also. We have Queensley in the house. Queensley, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Okay. Let me start from Pastor Restructuring. Have you been to the market lately?
Oh,
I'm just asking, have you been to the market lately?
I'm a wife. If as I live here, I'm going to market.
Okay.
You know, women and market, we are synonymous.
Oh, so, all right. How do you see the cost of items in marketplaces?
It's not funny. It's not funny. I want to speak on behalf of women. It's not funny. Prices, the rise of prices in the market is... I lack the right adjective to qualify the rate at which prices are high in the market. And women, every woman, and I want to say this on their behalf, we are calling on whoever, including the government, that can help us come so that the prices can become minimal. I mean, something that you can afford. Sometimes, it blows off my mind when you go to market with money. Ordinarily, you like, oh, this money I'm packing to market. I'm not just taking it. I'm packing this money to market. So when I return today, the things I will buy, I doubt if I can carry them. You'll be surprised. You buy 1-2 things. That money is like ventilated spirit. The thing has flew into the air, and you begin to wonder, what happened? Is it fish? Is it, name it? Is it meat? Is it even common vegetables? Everything. So I'm saying this because even when you ask women who are selling, Madam, why is this price? So I don't say, Madam, as I take buy. Of course, it's the way because anybody that is buying something now will expect to make some measure of profit. So things are high, and sometimes also we think of the people who are bringing these things. We hear of headsmen and all of that, and sometimes a woman have called me because of the kind of show I do. The woman called me that, please, some people just came now, brought all manner of tickets in the market equally contributes, because somebody who came to say something now, you have paid how many tickets. Before you not talk of the gain you make, then you add the ticket on top. At the end, is the common person that is still paying those tickets, because they will add it on top of what we are buying. So this program, I so appreciate it. I'm so happy, so that whoever needs to hear us, let them hear us, so that the prices will become minimal. I'm saying this on behalf of women. Listen, when prices are high, the men will not escape, because when they give us money and the money is unable to buy what at least will be able to help the children and then the mother eat and get satisfied, even when the man come out, is the food the woman cook that he will eat from. So this thing, you see, at the end of the day, is holistic. It's going around. If the price is high, every one of us suffers it. Okay. So we just have to see whatever we know to do on behalf of family, on behalf of everybody, so that these prices can come down.
This topic is like kind of light up a fire because it boils down to women, and a lot of us who go to the market. You just said after this meeting you'll be going to the market, and most of us will do same today. Benita, let me come to you. You're welcome, Benita.
Thank you, Josephine.
Okay, we're talking about market association this morning. First of all, is association very good? Is it a good thing to associate with one thing or the other?
When you talk about association, it's one of our civic responsibility, because rights to life, right to any association. But it is good, you understand. But when it becomes too much, like as we're having now in our state, Edo State has different association. Be it vegetable, pepper, everything. There's this what union is. There's a union that governs it all, and that's what makes things become so expensive. There was a day I went to buy a hair tie in the market, and I never knew. That was my first time of experiencing such a thing. So I actually wanted a particular color. I didn't see that color, but I saw something similar to that color, and I picked it up. I went to one of my daughters in church, and I said, let's go with this. We haven't even left there. So when he stretched her neck, she now saw the real color we wanted. Just because we had already picked it, they said we must pay for it. Before you know, they all gathered and said, Madam, no, that's how we do it here. You understand? There's no longer freedom. And it's affecting everything.
Okay. That means association is good, but when it becomes kind of a court-related thing.
That's the word, yes.
All right. Queensley, you just heard from her that people will go to the market. You price something here, they will tell you it's 500. You go to the next place, they will tell you 500. All around the market, they will tell you 500. Is it that there is a standard control of prices, or is it this association? Do you think this is healthy for our state?
Actually, the association is not so healthy, because if they don't come together in a union, in the form of a union, to agree on a particular price or an amount to sell the thing, I don't think they can go out, because you can't tell me now to go to the market to get fish. Like on Sunday, I went to the market to get some foodstuffs for my mom. I couldn't even buy anything.
Wow.
Yes, because the fish I used to buy then, 500. The woman told me 1.5 for a fish, not a carton. 1.5, and the things are too expensive. And the union, you buy tickets here, you buy tickets here, you buy tickets here, and all those things put together, they will bring all the money on top of the things they are selling, and it makes it very, very unhealthy for us, the people,
the consumers,
buying from them, and it's too much.
All right, you just that price contrast. There was somebody that told me that they type, these people that type around courts said normally she can type for like 200. She can do that because it's a business.
Yes.
But they now formed association also, and when they formed the association, they now said henceforth, if you are typing for age declaration, it should be 500. And the person said, but I can type for 200. They say no, the association, we've pegged the price for 500. And so when you don't do for 500, and they find that people are going to your place, and they will now go and make inquiries and find out that you are not doing it for 200, they will even arrest you and they will ask you to pay fine. Pastor Richard's Ben, in such kind of environment, do you think that business can thrive?
Honestly, as I'm here, I'm just very angry. Honestly, I'm just very angry because I went to Abuja. I went to the market because I schooled there. So I went to the market and I bought egusi. I'm telling you what happened. I bought egusi, and then the man took it, or the woman now, grounded it. And so when I was paying for the egusi, and then I was to pay for the grounding, he said no. When you buy egusi here, we grind it for you free. And I was like, what is this? So I asked my sister, I said, so I didn't say that so that the man will not change his mind, because I still was like, I thought I was still in Edo State. And I said, no, this place where you buy, they grant it for you free. Somebody said in Edo State, our two know too much. But I don't want to agree with that because I'm an Edo person. Let's make this easy for ourselves. Is it go to Lagos? Go to all this. You'll see that the price is there. It's not like here. Somebody say, okay, we are struggling to make sure that industry come so that there will be enough jobs for the youths and all of that. Okay, the small one we still have, we are still making it, we are complicating things. So I want to beg us, it's a very serious matter. You go to market outside Edo State, you'll be amazed. But here we even have things, we have food. God has blessed us with good soil. God has blessed us with so many things. Okay, we'll bring the things, we make it complicated for ourselves. The person that is bringing food, yam from farm, is it prices for vehicle? Go to many of these places, you will see drop. You will see the other day, you see in Abuja, you still see drop as cheap as 200.
Yes, 200,
300 for drop. Try it here. Short distance.
1.5.
Short distance, you'll be amazed. The price. So you're watching me. Let's make it easy for ourselves. Let's make it easy for ourselves. We say, okay, there are not enough jobs around. Okay, the little one that people have been able to struggle for, you go to market, you are not able to. Okay, you take that same money to other states, you are able to buy something very good. Why? The association you just talked about. Imagine what happened to her. She bought something and somebody came and said, no, not be so they do it here.
So you must
the price what we don't put, you make it lower, so make it that price. Why are we stiffening things for ourselves? Why are we suffocating one another? So we are saying this, please, market association, whatever you know to do, please do it. Let those states still be a state. Somebody will come and say, oh, that state is blessed. They are blessed with everything, and even when you go to market, everything is fair.
All right. Okay, before we'll go on short break, because we have some clips on this market and what we experience in markets also. Pastor Benita, we are women right now. Most of these women, those people you see in the market, they are women. And you find if you come back from the village, for instance, you have your own farm, you're able to do the gari yourself. And you come to Benin, for instance, you come to this Oreg Benin market that is close to us here, and you want to sell. The people in the association will just come, they will buy it from you. And they will not allow the consumers to buy it directly from you. They will buy it from you, and then they will now sell it according to how they want it to be. You are a woman. What will you say? What is your advice for other women that are involved? Knowing us as women, we are cool-headed, we are loving, we are peaceful, and in fact, most women are becoming like tigress around marketplaces.
Yes, thank you very much. The truth is that this thing has actually eaten deep into our states, our markets. It's everywhere. But like what Pastor Risho said, Benin, Edo is worse. You understand? What I think is that, like she said, we should take it easy. We should take it easy. We have so many women that comes from Ovia, so many neighboring
villages
to come and sell. There's a the market. They come to sell gari. You understand? This thing is a big problem. You understand? It's a big problem. They are not allowed to sell directly
to consumers.
As early as 5 o'clock in the morning, they're already there standing. They buy everything from them, and it's very bad. You understand? It's something that the government should look into.
All right, we'll go on a short break because we have a clip on that. We'll be right back. Please don't go away.
The astronomical rise in the prices of food items have become a source of worry to Nigerians. Many parents said they can no longer feed their families 3 times a day as it has become unaffordable. The ability of consumers, especially civil servants whose income is fixed, to buy some basic food items like rice, yam, gari, plantain, has worsened within this period. Some buyers complain bitterly about the increase in prices of food items adding that the cost of living has never been this high.
Person wey get children now, you go dey think as you want to buy one rubber of rice to cook. We don't tire, garri na we no fit buy. Things too there. Rice wey we dey buy 80, e don turn to 35. We don't tire o. Make it, na beg we got it. Make it help us beg the market woman. Make they lower the price down.
Even to buy oil and mangi, everything increase. Increase still too there for market. So we are suffering for market. People are dying. I bet we to beg government, make government help us.
Some traders attributed the food price inflation to a number of factors, including insecurity of the farmers across the country, the recent hike in fuel price, high cost of transportation, unemployment, the inability of farmers to produce enough for domestic consumption, as well as the closure of international borders. They express anger over the increase in the prices of food items, resulting in low patronage by consumers.
You go to market today, another price. Another day, another price. So the way the hardship is just rolling around the common man, is just something else.
No money, no anything. They don't buy something for market. If it's something too cost, they don't buy.
Since money now, how many customers you don't get?
Now pure I see because you see since you come, you see another place, you say you want to buy meat.
We carry money, won't go buy the thing too high. If we buy and now you know go see let us sell. Then when they follow us, they buy, you go be like say now we they do the thing.
Oh, now smart if you carry money go market, no, they don't buy anything.
Some market leaders, who include Blackie Ogianve and Comrade Ahere Odije, asserted that the capital of the traders has been greatly affected.
The pump price of the fuel should drop. That one will also help the traders.
The increment in food stuffs and other food items is as a result of the increment in fuel.
Mercy.
All right, okay, thank you. You just saw that clips on the increase in the prices of food items. And what marvels me is that the women will say government should come to our aid, government should come to our aid. And most of these women, they are involved. Quincy, let me come to you. We find that in Benin, we have a lot of equal meeting. That was what there's this club. We have this Golden Women Club. We have this Sweet Ladies, Portable Mothers Clubs, and most of them, they are market women. Do you think this kind of clubs that we have helps to still make this association to be prevalent in marketplaces?
Actually, it makes the situation even worse because most of these equity people don't want to. Okay, like there's one in my area. She sells ogbolo, and she's in I think different equity,
different clubs, association.
Yeah. So she wants to, according to some of our customers who buy from her in our street, they said she inflates her price. So I don't know if she's using the money to go and be tying okuku or doing all those stuff. So it doesn't help, really. And most of them, they are going for EIB, like
that means the chairperson of the meeting. And it's so common in Benin City. You find that every Sunday, you see most of them tying the same, the slippers and the scarf is the same, and the bag and everything. And they have to pay some amount every. So what I want to come to this place right now, what should government do to ensure we go to transportation, because we find out that when it rains they will just increase transport, and nobody is trying to control those people. They have unions, nobody's controlling them. What should government do, Pastor Restructuring, to ensure that these associations that is prevalent in our markets in Edo State is reduced?
Okay, but I'll say it's a huge work on the government, because the reason why I want to use that word is a huge work is because you can make rules, but the effectiveness of that rule is in the enforcement.
Okay.
So enforcing those rules, the persons they put to enforce them is paramount. So I want to, on behalf of the whole people, speak to our government. You see, when there is no price control, anything happens. Like we are seeing in our state. We'll talk about when rainfall. When rainfall, you know that place you're supposed to pay 100 naira, just know that you're going to pay 300 or 500, even 1,000 as the case may be. Nobody see anything. It goes if you're not ready. And oh my God, sometimes.
But some will tell you that the roads are bad. That's why.
Yes, we know, because these people, we know they're equally making a payment to whoever is the owner of the vehicle. They need to meet up. We know, but not to that extent. That even when people enter your vehicle, they already know that you're going to carry them halfway. You collected 500, 500, 300, for example, from Ring Road to Ramat, a place that was supposed to be 100 naira, because the weather, even sometimes the drivers are praying, oh, let this weather change. And so once the weather is changing, you take them, and then a little slight hold up, you drop them off. You tell them roadblock.
It has expired, money has expired.
Roadblock. And the people are frustrated, they trek. So let's see, still try to put yourself now in the shoe of the people. We know we should all make money, but when you now make money at the money you make where somebody is like, that money will collect from me, begin to make us, it's somehow. So if the government can put down some rules that can help govern this thing, and put some some persons that are very competent to enforce, competency, honesty, to enforce these rules. Because we have rules here and there, but it's the enforcement that is the thing, so that people will the thing begin to work for all of us, and the common man can smile again.
All right, I thank you for that take, talking to government, that government should enforce the control of this association. Pastor Benita, you are from the Christian faith, and most of these women, you see them going for fellowships, you see them going to church services and everything. But when it comes to market matter, it's a different thing. Is the church not doing their best? Is it that the pastors are not preaching to them enough to change from their ways, or is just a way for them to make money?
Hey, let me correct something. Let me start by correcting something. Like what our sister said, that the Queen meeting is rampant in Benin, and it's true. You understand? But it's not a sin to join such an association.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not a sin. You get it? But what I see is the problem is greed. The problem is greed. The women, the leaders are greedy. You understand? They are so greedy. They want. You understand? That's what I think is the problem. That's number one, is greed.
Greed from the people there.
Number two, yes, the pastors are talking. You understand?
Because some will tell you that the pastor will tell them, all right, we want to buy these chairs, we need more instruments, we need to buy this, sow a seed so that that your market can improve, your business can be like, there is more money. And most of these people will say, okay, I have to make this thing here. So
do you think such money will yield?
So I don't know whether the pastors are doing enough job, because if other states, their price at least is minimal, and when it now comes to the heartbeat state, do you think the pastors are doing enough?
Hey, let me start by saying, in Lagos State, for instance, we also have unionism. It's everywhere. Yes, we are Nigerians. It boils down to all the states. You understand? Edo State is worse because of greed. You understand? Like with the topic we talked on this morning on Daybreak, integrity. There's some lack integrity. They just want they doesn't care. They want to grab everything, provided they are able to, to make to get one thing or the other. You understand? I think pastor, the church, the work of the pastor is to talk, and I think they will still continue to talk. You understand? In that area, you said maybe the offering, the chairs.
Want to buy instruments, and the women needs to make more say so that they can.
Yes, it's not a do or die affair.
Okay.
Someone might come to the church now, you tell them, we need instrument in church, we need to buy chair. It's not a must. It's not. They won't carry cane and flog you and say you must. If you don't.
But
you don't.
Sorry to interrupt you. Most of these pastors, because we need to get it right, will tell you that if you want your business to improve, you want more. You need more sales. You have to sow these seeds, and depending on the seeds you sow, that's what will make your business to flourish. Please, can you correct? Let's talk on that.
The truth is that the Bible says, book of Malachi, bring ye the tithe. Tithe. Once you're a business person and you pay your tithe, your business must flourish.
Yeah.
God will take away devourer. You understand? You can't take that away. So if someone comes to the church and the pastor tells the congregation, try and let's sow your seed, pay your tithe, I think the pastor hasn't done something bad.
Right.
You understand? If you want to experience explosion in your business, you must pay your tithe. You must pay offering. You understand? So that's it.
All right, she's so diplomatic in it, and we find that even in Benin City, we have a lot of churches. Even within one street, you can see up to 6 or 7 churches. Is it even more than? And in that same Benin, we have a lot of associations, and the associations are not helping us. So I'm trying to balance it. That's why I asked that question. That if our people they go to church always, and what we not get from them on Mondays to Wednesday to Friday or Saturday is different. If the pastor can change the message, do you agree that they can be change of message so that the people can become okay? Let me come to Pastor Richard's Spain. If they can change, because what I'm trying to say, you see a lot of these women in different fellowships.
Yes.
So we go to fellowship before they come to the market, and yet their character is not changed. They still believe there's this greed. Do you think the church is doing enough, or there's still more to be done? Pastor Richard's Spain.
Okay. Let me first of all say that these people are not just Christians. You have other religions.
Okay.
Yes. And you have other religions. Other persons belong to whatever religion they choose. It's just that we tend to talk about Christians because that one seems to be at
I will
the
go
forefront.
to the other religion.
Okay.
Also.
So let me also say this emphatically. For a woman who will say, well, because my pastor says sow seed so that your business will grow, sow seed so that your market will move forward, and she now decided to go inflate her products, do everything at the expense of people's joy to make sure she make money by all means. Somewhere in the Bible said there are some money you bring to the altar that become abomination unto God. So sometimes when you bring this money and you use them to sow seed, you'll be surprised that the seed did not answer. Because somebody somewhere is crying for that money you are using to sow seed. So how will the seed answer? So she talked about integrity. You say we have to go back to the basis. You have to go back to the basis. Make sure that you are dealing on a right road in your business so that your seeds or whatever you give in the church or your religious house will answer. Because there is a God Almighty that watches everybody. And is he not the one that will answer the prayers? He saw when you twisted somebody's hand and you collected that money by force. And you now bring it to the altar. So let me drop that there. And then, well, like she equally rightly put, we just have to do everything we know to do so that we'll begin to get it right. Because I will even tell you that there are some women who belong to association, who belong to some of these clubs. Because as a marriage counselor, some of their husbands come to me. Your husband is not happy about that club you belong to. You say you must be there. He is not happy. The man has warned you that this club, so my mind no rest. Because now green hair tie, red hair tie, white shoe, all the different color, and you must get it by all means. And the man is saying, I know that you say whether the man like it or not, this club you must belong. And so, like she rightly put, we are not speaking against clubs. We are not speaking against association. But we are saying if you must belong, do it right. And don't belong and say because, oh, when I did not go for so meeting that they say we should go, this is the fan they gave to me. Or during my mother burial, they cut big foam, say the meat must big like this, where you go cut for us. And then you now went to market, say I must get the money by all means to cut that big meat for my people when they come. That is the excesses. we are trying to talk about here. I hope I'm on the same page with
All
you.
right, thank you so much. Looking at market associations in Edo State and precisely in Benin City is disturbing the rates at which we are finding this event. Chrisley, let me come to you. Benin, we have a rich cultural value. We are rich in culture. And most of these women, they belong to different society. Apart from church, most of them still visit our traditional institutions. What is your advice to them to ensure that since you follow this way, is this healthy for you to just be cutting people's head in order to please yourself?
It's not healthy. It's not healthy to cheat someone to make more profits for yourself. Because they say too much gain, they run belly. Stuff like that. There are people who make too much gain, and at the end of the day, you find out that either their shop gets burnt or something happens. They will need to spend that money.
Get sick.
Yeah, in a way that they never expected it to happen. So why not just make the money in a good way and an easy way to make things easier for yourself and your household?
All right, thank you so much. Said we should be ourselves, just be avoiding greed. You said something, Pastor Benita. You said belonging to association is not a bad thing. You can belong to, there's freedom of association, but when there is so much greed in it, it becomes a problem.
That's it.
And let's come back to government again. Can the government set up a committee, for instance, in order? Can they do something so that they can control these women? Because we have this hierarchy in the market. Can they call them together so that they can help control the price? Because we cannot emphasize this enough, because after this meeting, most of us will get to the market. And when you want to buy a fish, the fish you buy like 5,000 naira or 2,000 naira in Benin, when you get elsewhere, you buy that same fish for like 500 naira. So what can the government do once again to ensure that there is this control in associations?
Yes. Thank you very much, Josephine. The problem now in Nigeria as a whole, even in Edo State, that the farmers are facing is security. In my own village, for instance, we make gari. This household will make gari, but for some time now, we are the fear of the unknown. If you go to the farm, like the herdsmen will harass you, they will drive you. You understand? Even in my own village now, people are afraid to go to the market. So whoever that's able to get cassava, have to inflate it, yes.
Coupled with the association.
So that's the problem right now in Edo State, in Nigeria. Things are so costly. You understand? I believe what I want, like Marisha said, to appeal to the president and the state governor to put heads together to make sure that the security in the state is, is worked on. You understand? Then they have to also talk to market leaders. There's a way they can talk to. We still have hope in our comrade governor. He has done a lot of kudos to him.
A technocrat governor, basically. He's a technocrat.
He has been able to, kudos to him. But we still appeal to him to do more, especially in this market.
You should visit the market and this association thing.
This association thing in those states is alarming. So that's it.
All right. The women are saying right here that the association is alarming, that the state government should do something, that can't just sit back and allow few persons control the destiny, because we must go to the market, we must buy food, we must eat. It affects us, both the rich and the poor. We need government to come to our aid by going to the market and ensure that this association, they are controlled. Pastor Restructuring, your advice for women in the market, because most of them that are not in association right now, they are being intimidated by fellow women. So what do you advise such women to do, and generally your advice to market women? We know there are some men in the market that they're into business. Okay, sorry men, but we know majority of them are women in the market. That's why we're just talking about women. So your advice and those that are being intimidated.
Well, first of all, I want to thank our government, and I want to plead that they be very proactive about this matter, because it's very, very serious. It concerns everybody. It concerns everybody. When there is no food and a man is looking for a way out, by all means, then before you know, crime will become the other. Yeah. So we must look at this thing holistically. Whether you like it or not, it will come around if we don't nail it. So that's number one. Then number two, in the market, we talked about women who are intimidating other women. I believe if there's a strong rule that is passed and be enforced, everybody will bow. Because some women do not want to really go the way of this association, but because they are being oppressed, they are being intimidated by fellow women. Okay, since that is the only way out, may we join. And they in joining, the common man suffers, because they all come. You go to one shop, they tell you price. Oh, let me check. Maybe the price will go. You discover all the prices are the same, because there's already a control. There's somebody somewhere controlling the price. They just have to bend, and then the common man who come to buy suffers. So I want to say this to women who are watching, to those who are there who are milking others. Please repent. Please repent and see how you can make the thing flow round. And for some women also who are there and you have become area mama, and even and even your home is suffering. As a family person, I must always tint it also to the home. If you ask average man, they will tell you that their pain is this association, because even this association have led so many men to become unfaithful in their homes. Association, a lot goes with association. Time will fail us. Time will fail us. Time will fail us. So I don't want to go into some other in depth. Some men will cry and tell you, ever since my wife joined, Nadia has seen my home reach. So we are pleading, let there be peace, let there be joy, let everything go round, so that everybody will be happy.
And if I may add, you see, on Sundays, these women will go to the market from Mondays to Saturdays. Then on Sunday, that they should have time for their family, they will go for the meetings. And when they go for the meetings, sometimes they will come back in the night. And when you see some of them, they are even drunk, as if I'm a strong woman. They like as if the amount of beer bottle you can
drunkenness doesn't make you
that makes you as if we are the one in charge of these market places. So what we are saying, trying to oppress others, trying to take from others doesn't make you a better person. Queensley, your advisor, you're a very young woman also, and we find that some young women are into this association, even in the market. You see them, even clothes that you want to buy, this top is 5,000 naira. You go to all the stores in the airport, you see them like that same amount. So your advice for both the young and the older women?
Okay, my advice to the women out there: take life easy, because definitely everything's going to be okay and fine. But most times this inflation of prices, it's not just merely because of the union or other stuff. There are some guys, these Yahoo guys now, they don't price. You tell them, bros, it's 10,000, so can I give you 9,500? What's the difference between 9,500 and 10,000? So they believe if a Yahoo boy can buy that in 9,500, you too should be able to buy it in 9,500. So we don't just have to put all the blame on a union and association, but we should plead with everybody that you have it doesn't mean I have it, and all fingers are not equal. So let's just try and take things easy with ourselves, and with the hope of God, everything's going to be fine.
All right, you make a very salient point. In Edo State, we have this cyber crime a lot, and most of these young boys, they try to throw money. And most of these women, they believe, sometimes when you go to the market to price, they'll say, why are you pricing? Your mate. Are you not bigger than this? So then you say, you're too fine to price now. As if the money, you just get it from tree. All right, Benita, you need to talk to our women lastly.
Yes. Contribution to what you just said. Some people insult you. Now your mate say, "I come up for you if you don't want to buy." A lot are going on, but my advice to to market women out there. Don't forget, before you became a market woman, you were once, you were not there all this while. You joined also. So just always try and consider those women out there, upcoming women, women with children, so just try, let's be considerate. And I think one thing that at times you need to see some, even carousellers, you need to see the way they come out. They're actually making money. Yes, they are making money. Yes, carousellers. A lot is going on in our state. But our advice is that, like she said, let's take life easy. Let's not eat our tomorrow today. Tomorrow is always better. So that's it.
All right. While you were talking, I just think about it. Said, wow, this unhealthy competition among us in Edo State. Okay, you are driving a car, you are driving this kind of car. I want to tell you that I can drive the one that is bigger or superior to your own car. There's this unhealthy competition
all around.
In as much we call on government to help us, but we still need to help ourselves. And how do we help ourselves? By being kind to one another. If you're in association, it's good to be part of an association, but you should have the way you do your things. You should not, if we are selling for 15, can't you just beat it down? Okay, because you are in this association, let's just reduce it. But we are going to make some money, but let's just reduce it. We are tired of this indiscriminate increase of things. When they increase fuel, you just see the people will just change their meter. And when they say reduce it, it will take them time to reduce it. And when it rains in Benin, for even those of them going to airport road, from Akwaba to airport road, you're taking a drop, they will inflate it as if the road is bad. For God's sake, airport road is not a bad road. And Akwaba is not a bad road. Why the increase? Let's be our brothers' keepers. And when we do that, Edo State will be a very good state for us all. And government should not forget, they should start the monitoring right now. The enforcement team should be there to control this association, so that Pastor Restructuring said, when the people have food on their table, they will not be thinking of crime. But when there's no food in the house, the young man will want to go and steal to eat. So when there's price control, the society will be peaceful. We've been looking at market association, and we have guests that have been talking to us. Pastor Benita here, thank you once again for your thoughts.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you. So Pastor Restructuring, you teeted to family life that the men are complaining that stop association. Pastor Imaswain, thank you once again.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Quinsley Idahosa, thank you. You said we should take life easy. I believe our women take life easy. This is our show this morning. I'm Josephine Amy. You have a blessed and productive day ahead. Thank you.
EBS TV.